And good morning, Kerbonauts. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. So let's start up, and let's see where we left off. Resume saved. Season 2. Continue the flight. Now, did I have a flight? Alright, it's saying I have an active flight, so let's see which flight I have and what it's doing. The Redstone Wire 1-2 is in orbit. That's right. I left Bill, Bob, Jeb, or someone up there. Alright, that's Jeb. We are in orbit. Let me orient this thing so I can actually see what the hell is going on here. There we go. Okay. Let's kill that maneuver node. Let's see. Review stored data. Mr. Goo observation. Keep the data, please. So let's do a crew report, maybe? Nope. Right, okay. So, let's bring up our map here. Let's see. I want to bring her down over here, maybe. Nope. So let's add it here. Let's do it like that. I want to come down in that Badland zone, alright? So let's kill our map mode. Let's bring her around onto what will be our orbital trajectory. There we go. And orient. So always kind of give yourself, we look back at our map, give yourself some lead time, alright? Because see, I know for a fact that when I flip around there, my actual... Let me actually do it a little bit. Do it a little bit off like that. Because see, I know I'm going to lose a lot of distance. I'll probably end up winding up landing somewhere in here, alright? And the reason I'm doing this is to get the science from that zone. Okay? So now, let's take a look at Kerbal Engineer attack. Do I not have the alarm clock up? I could have sworn I installed Kerbal alarm clock one of these days. Alright, that's not a big deal. So what we'll do is we'll just time warp. And you don't want to transit this too fast because you don't want to overshoot. I could have sworn I installed Kerbal alarm clock, but apparently I didn't. So we're going to have to do this manually, alright? We have to burn 71 meters per second worth of delta V. So I'm going to call this a 15-second burn, maybe. We don't have to be too precise about it. Yeah, let's do it in a couple seconds here. 2, 1, 10, there. Alright, and we are burning, reorienting, and killing our orbital velocity. Perfect. So now that we're on the night side, you guys can't see a darn thing. Okay, I brought her down a little too low here. So let me flip her around, actually. And let's edit this. Oh, God, okay. So let's look at our orbital information. And I just want to bring that apoapse up a little bit. There we go. That should give us a nice, gentle descent into Atmo. And we're also going to hold on to our fuel tank until we get there. So, let's time Excel. Alright, we're down below 70 now, which is why we kicked us out of time acceleration there. Let's flip her over. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. Settle right onto that vector. And let's time Excel. And unfortunately, this is at night, so you guys can't really see. In fact, I can't really see. I have to up my gamma on this, both in-game and probably in post-recording, too. Alright, so we are now in physical time acceleration. We are orbited backwards. Oriented backwards. And you can see we're kind of wobbling through the atmosphere as we come down. All right. And we're dropping like a sack of potatoes. Ah, look at that. Look at this. We're going to enter Atmo right in time for the sunrise. Look at that. What that spot is. Beautiful. Picture perfect. Awesome. Let's get her oriented a little bit more sanely. Alright, electric charge is running out, so let's start burning that engine a little bit. Just to build up some electric charge. Where are we? Oh, we're pretty darn far out now. Alright, so we're just going to time warp straight through. Yeah, electric charge is running out. I understand. Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's pop. Let's lock that. Life support monitoring. Let's pull that down here. And let's kick back over into Time Excel. Now you can survive a pretty decent time without any, we're going to do an ocean landing, I think. I'm pretty certain this is going to be an ocean landing. I think I undershot that approach a little bit. Electric charge depleted. Okay. So that's one thing we're going to have to watch out for here, is that we're running out of electric charge. Let me bring up my... just to burn a little bit. Actually, let me flip her. That's a better idea. And this is doing all sorts of weird things to my orbit right now, but I need the electric charge that motor's providing. So we're actually going to increase our speed here a little bit. We're now in surface mode. And I'm just tilting her up a little bit. We'll just do a full burn here. Oh, this is trippy. There we go. We could probably boost back into orbit like this. That would actually be a good mission profile. Alright, let's burn some more. I want to keep our impact point somewhere over here. So let's do that. I want to make it to here, basically. Let's just time excel this. We'll be seeing shock heating any second now, actually. So we're just kind of skimming through the upper layers of the atmosphere. This is how you adjust your landing location, by the way. Looks like we are going to come down in that desert Badlands area right here. Alright, so that's pretty decent. Jeb looks excited and happy to be alive as always. What's our orbital information saying? Well, looks like we'll make it fine. Let's just burn out the rest of the fuel. Fuel is out. Alright, let's flip her over. And we have jettisoned the lower stage. Awesome. Alright, we are now over the Badlands Deserts area. We're coming down fast. I'm really surprised I don't have any shock heating. Well, this is a pretty... Oh, there we go. There's the shock heating effect. Alright. Now, I don't have Deadly Reentry installed because I didn't want to, basically. We could do a crew report. Keep the data. And activate our chute. Chute is ready. Chute is out. That, I don't know what these chutes are made of, but I want it for my oven mitts. I mean, seriously. Alright, so let's do some time warp here. Just because I don't want this episode to take absolutely forever for you guys. You know. And we're going to come down. Now, I have Safe Chute installed, so it should allow me to time warp down to the surface. Oh, let me kill that for a second. There we go. I was wondering why it wasn't cooperating. Let's do physical time acceleration. And let's time warp down. And again, safe shoot should pull me out right before I hit ground. Now, I don't have a radar altimeter on this thing. Thunk. Alright, now I can't do a crew report until I do this. Let's do EVA. EVA report. This is a most precarious situation. Yes, yes it is. Let's store the experiments. Let's take the data. Let's store the experiments. Let's drop off this thing. We'll take a surface sample. Climate controlled, hot out there, awesome. EVA report, awesome. Grab, board, and now let's do another crew report. Crew's assessment. Keep the data. And recover the vessel. And this should be the first return of our very first, there we go, orbital flight. Recovery of a vessel returned from Kerbal orbit. 44 science. Awesome. What can we unlock with this? I don't know. What do you think? That's 45, so we can't get that. That's 45. Are you kidding me? These are all 45 science. Oh my gosh, we're 1 science short. Great. Awesome. Let me see something here. Close this, go over here. Just give me a crew capsule. Give me a science module. Give me this science module. Let's see if we can get one more science somehow. Can I get anything off of a crew report? No. Can I get anything off of this? Yeah, keep the data. Alright, can I get anything out of EVA? EVA report, no. Can I get anything out of EVA report? No. Surface sample. Yeah, keep that data. That should get us 1.2 science. Which should be just enough. Literally just enough. Oh, we can grab a little bit more science too, but we'll do that in a couple seconds. Alright, done. Now what we're going to get is we're going to get electrics, because I want this thing, which is another science module. Alright, so now we're going to do the typical thing here, as in the thing we always do, which is we're going to take this guy, open up the science tab, and science tab, there we go. We're going to stick that guy right down there. We're going to take this guy out to the launch pad. Now, of course, we're going to have to repeat all of our science experiments. So let's do this, observe the materials bay, keep the data, recover the vessel. Now, there's one thing I forgot to do earlier, and let's take care of that now. We got another 7 science. Let's go over to here, right? Because remember, this is actually a different environment. No, I want to do that. To get it oriented correctly, I want unlock position and size. I want to move you, like, maybe down here. Thank you. Let's go back to the science tab. Let's shove one of these on there. We'll shove one of these on there. And I don't think I can actually use ladders yet. Do I have ladders yet? No. Okay. So, nope, no ladder, no ladder, no ladder, no ladder. Okay. Let's take this guy outside. There we go. This is the flight deck, or the runway. There we go. Runway. It's not a flight deck. We're not on a ship. Keep the data. Observe the mystery goo. Keep the data. Crew report. Good thing there's not a lot of air traffic, because I don't think we ever got clearance from the tower to be here. Oh, Jeb. Let's do an EVA report. EVA report. That doesn't work. Okay. Let's let go. Thunk. Let's do an EVA report and a surface sample. Keep the data. Thank you, Jeb. Let's activate our jetpack. And not enough to lift off the ground. So let's recover this vessel, and then what we can do, so we're going to get a bit of science off Jeb. 11.4. And then we can go back to the tracking station, and we can recover it from the tracking station. So that's another 12, so that's 32 science. Well, hey, it's better than if we didn't have any. Alright? It's better, you know? So now, let's do another rocket, shall we? Now we know that our last design, which would have been the Redstone Wire 1-2, so 1 is how many boost engines are down here, and 2 is because it's a 2-stage rocket. Alright? Now here's what we're going to do here. We're going to pull that off, and we're going to put our new science module. I think we're actually going to put 2 of them on. And then here's what we're going to do here. We're going to go engage symmetry and snap mode. We're going to put these 2 on and these 2 on. So that'll give us a fair amount of science. Our TWR is okay. I kind of want to increase under propulsion. Kind of give us a little bit more oomph on that thing. Yeah, we're now down to that. Is that a Wildcat I have on that thing? Yeah, Wildcat 5. Which is the highest thrust I currently have. I could start strapping SRBs to this thing, but that seems kind of wasteful, to be honest with you guys. Let me think about this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's what I've done. I put 2 SRBs on, and I actually dialed their thrust down to about 37. Because, see, we have way too much thrust down here, so let's dial down our thrust. Which, if you notice, right, so we have 16,000 meters per second right now. The further down we dial it down, the higher our delta V gets with those SRBs. So we should be able to take this thing into orbit. Let's save, and let's launch. This thing is going to be a pain in the ass to fly. Alright, standing by for liftoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. SAS on. Right. Alright, so we have liftoff. We are lifting off quite nicely. Our SRBs are carrying us upwards. Let's tilt her a little bit just to get that started. Oh, this thing handles like a pig. Oh my gosh. Well, it could be worse, right? Could be worse. Alright, let's pop our first mystery goo. It jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. That's my best Scott Manley voice. Right, let's tone that down a little bit. Vessel. Surface info? TV, okay. So we're still below our terminal velocity here. Let's tilt over a little bit. Oh, we got a good amount of time out of those SRBs, reduced our fuel costs. We're slowly creeping up on that, and standing by SRB burnout. Burnout, separation. Increasing to maximum thrust on primary engine. Alright, we're just barely pulling above a G here. That's fine, we're picking up speed as we burn off more fuel. Tilting her over just a little bit more. I'm just kind of riding my velocity vector there. We're going to switch to our orbital information now. And we're going to go to primary burnout on primary stage shortly. I should have done a different mission profile for this. That's okay. Burnout on primary stage. Initiate secondary stage motor. Secondary stage active. We are above 1G. Pop our vessel information as well. Okay, our TWR is good. Bring out our surface information again. We are ascending nicely. This more efficient upper stage Vesta booster is perfect for this sort of a mission. Let's see. Can I observe you again? Yes! Very cold right now. Beautiful. And can I do maybe a crew report off you? No. Okay. Materials bay. Keep that data, please. So I only get the materials bay twice on this flight. That's alright. Jeb Kerbal is going into orbit once again for more science. I don't want to flatten out quite this much. I want to kind of keep this going up a little bit. Oh gosh, okay. Remember, as your altitude gets higher, the amount your vessel speed increases by also increases. So let's do this. We want to get up to another about 75-kilometer orbit on that. Shouldn't be a big deal. And should not be difficult for our new and improved rocket. And remember, guys, this is in recent versions of KSP, in case you're watching any old videos, you don't actually have to get yourself too high up. Alright, we should be fine. Standing by for primary stage cutout. Once we hit about 75, 76, 77. Primary stage cutout. Now we're going to orient for orbit. Now I could go to my map view. That would be fine. I could do that. We're going to want to keep our apoapsis at about, let's put us on the horizontal. About 45 to 30 seconds. So we're going to start our burn pretty darn soon. And this is the part that kills you. It's the waiting. Just waiting. Right now we are on a suborbital flight, which would be fine. I guess we could do a suborbital flight. It doesn't really matter. We are in space. You know. Alright, let's start that burn now. If you tilt below your horizontal, by the way, you basically can keep this from going up by too much. So see, I'm actually below my horizontal now. And my horizon, and I'm keeping that stable. And just by kind of altering where I'm pointing at any moment in time, I can just kind of hold that. So let's turn that booster all the way up. And we may blow past our apoapse. That may be a problem. So we're just kind of altering things a little bit just to get us kind of in line with a roughly equal-sided orbit. Alright, so we're going to cut this down a little bit. We're going to switch over. Cut engines. Alright, so we're not in a perfect orbit, but we are in a close enough for government work orbit. Okay, so now let's pop our materials bay. We've used up both our materials bays. Now, I'm going to take this guy on a bit of an orbit here, because we can get different crew reports. Okay, no, we can't get different crew reports right now. But I think if I bring him out on EVA and turn his bloody lamp on here so I can actually see him, we can do... That's a shoot. That's not what I want. Where are you, buddy? There you are. EVA report. Yeah, so we get different EVA reports from different locations. So I'm actually going to separate off of this, turn on his jetpack for a second, and not float away. Alright. So let's drift in a little bit. Over, over, up, down, over. Let's collect the data. Yeah, I want to remove the data from that. And then let's collect the data. Yes. And then let's collect the data. Yes. And data's collected from all of these. Let's check the ones on the opposite side here. Kind of be careful with this. It's really easy to flip yourself out, you know. Okay, neither of these have been deployed. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so we have a fair amount of science aboard this thing now. Let's figure out where I'm going to drop it down. That's the desert again. Let's drop it on the other side of here. Right there. Alright. Do retro. Check. Retro. Not more retro. Bring her down like that. Alright, let's pop this back up. Let's put her on her node. 15-minute node. Not a big deal. Not bad at all. Alright, and this episode may run over, because I kind of want to resync so we don't have, you know, huge number of issues here. Alright, so let's do that. And let's time warp over. Now, it may bitch an issue at me. Excuse my language. It may pitch an issue at me. That's what I said, right? It may have an issue with me. Electric charge running out. Yeah, that's why it's going to have an issue with me. That would be why. That would be why. Because remember, we have batteries now. I could have thrown some batteries on this thing. Note to self for next launch. Put batteries on. Alright, we're out of electric charge, so I'm going to start burning now. Even though we're way far up from that node. And this may actually bring us down to a water landing, but I don't really care, so... Alright, let's come back to this. Put her back on her retrograde orbit. And what we're going to do is we are going to actually flop her over a little bit. I don't want to use too much power. Yeah, okay, fine. I get it. Charge running out. Let's flop her over. And then we're going to kill our engine and separate. I really wish there was a way I had like an APU system so that I could just burn some fuel. Alright, so let's cut that engine. Conduct our separation. Arm our parachute. And engage the time warp. Do the time warp again. Alright. So, pretty standard re-entry. We're just going to do it pretty much exactly the same way as last time. He can survive. He'll be back within an hour or so, so shouldn't be a big deal. And yeah, I'm actually going to... okay, hold on. Quick save. I'm going to quick save that, because I am now actually going to cut the recording for a couple minutes and bring you guys back once we have entered the atmosphere and safely returned, because you guys know the drill. Alright, see ya. Alright, we're back in the Science Center, and I'm torn. Do I want to pick up probes? I don't have solar yet, so there's no point to probes yet. I could build winglets, and I got cockpits. The inline reaction wheel, and I get fairing stuff, which is kind of cool for ferrum. But I'm not really lifting payloads yet, so I think what I'll do is I'll do advanced rocketry. Ooh, wait, I can get 2 of them. So let's do this, because this also gets me the tricoupler, which is epic. So let's pick that up. There we go. Next time, we'll probably end up getting flight control for the probe. What's here on the horizon? Awesome. Alright, so this has been Mr. Kasarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, give me a like, comment, subscription. Tell me what you'd like to see in future episodes. I'd really appreciate it. Just some tips and what you guys enjoy. As always, folks, happy flying.